Forcing your brain to come up with great ideas isn't about force. It's about priming, structuring, and simulating your brain into creating better ideas. Because our minds are creative machines, capable of generating hundreds and hundreds of ideas every day. And yet we always get stuck when we try to come up with new ideas. I remember a time when I struggled to come up with new ideas. Watching a blank page, feeling like my brain has stopped from working. Not knowing where to start or even how to start. And that made content creation so much harder than it is, and made it so stressful that I went into a phase of burnout that made me stop creating altogether. But after 20 days of consistent fear of failing, I decided to force my brain into creating better ideas, even if I don't want to, by following two methods. The first method is removing the guesswork. Ideation is a really important part of content creation. It's really the foundation of any video that you're trying to make. And when that foundation is really bad, the probability of that video flopping or failing gets higher. And anyone who understands the importance of ideation finds it very and extremely stressful, because turning an idea into life and into an upload takes a lot of work and a lot of effort and even a lot of steps. It's going to go from ideation to scripting and then filming, then editing, and even posting. And posting a bad idea is a bad result. But sadly, our brains are wired to make us avoid stressful situations and save us in order to not feel sad or disappointed. But the next step that I thought of was removing that stress altogether. And I asked myself, what if we remove that stressful part? What if we remove the guesswork? So our brain can feel really comfortable when we're working on a new idea, by using a little hack in content creation called idea farming. And this hack really proved itself in the content creation world, especially for YouTube, because it removes all the guesswork. It lets you work easily and in less stress, because what you're doing, you're actually farming ideas from other creators that work. And it's really easy to do if you know what you're doing. I want you to sit down every day in front of your laptop, in front of your PC or anything that you have, and start identifying the best videos that are on YouTube right now and trending. And you can find them by using two things. The first one is the outlier theory, which is when the views of a video exceeds the number of subscribers for that channel. And that means that video idea is getting a lot of attraction from other niches outside of the subscribers of that channel. And if you do this for an hour every day and you farm for the best ideas on YouTube right now, I guarantee you're going to have a list of high-performing video ideas that you can apply to your channel or your niche. But in order to do that, you need to understand a framework that is really important, so you can transform that video idea or outlier into your own, which is the reverse engineering. But how can you make it your own? By asking three questions. Why did it work? What made it work? And how can I make it work? And when you answer these three questions, your ability to change and transform that idea into your own and apply it in your channel and into your niche is going to be a huge and a big advantage, because you'll understand why every video on YouTube went viral. And with that, you'll be able to create better ideas over time without even thinking about bad ideas. Now, this framework or reverse engineering is so important that I started to apply it in my Notion template. And if you want to check it out, you can find the link in the description below. Now, the second method, and my personal favorite, that trains your brain to work even harder into ideation, making you tap into your creative mind so much easier and so much faster. And this method even challenges you to make content that you actually enjoy making because you thought of that idea all alone. And it's idea banking. As I said, our brains are ideation machines. They think about hundreds of ideas every day. So what I like to do is simply this. I grab a notebook, a pen, and then I sit down on the table and think about video ideas that I want to create, that I need to create for myself and for my audience. But what I found out, when you have unlimited time thinking about video ideas, you tend to not think clearly and fast enough in order to tap into your creative brain. So what I thought of was adding a simple trick or challenge to myself. Every time I do this, I simply put my timer on my phone to 15 minutes, and then I start to write down everything that comes into my mind into that notebook until it hits 0. But keep in mind, when you do this, the first couple of days or even months, you're not going to have very very good ideas. But here's another trick. When you look at the list of ideas that you made, you're going to see very bad ideas. But the silver lining of that trick, that when you start to look at every idea individually without looking at the whole list, you're going to find 2 or 3 video ideas that could really work, and you're going to even enjoy making. So when you get back from home or school or university, write down everything that you think of. Put yourself down and force yourself to write every video idea that you can and can't even think of, because you may remember a video idea that you've seen 2 months ago and you want to recreate it again. Now, if you want to know how to create and plan your videos in the right way, watch this video because it could help you a lot.